tariqatuhum, their way, their path. How do they deal with this? Allah's attributes. Enjoining the good, forbidding the evil. The sinful Muslim. And any other point of aqidah or of the deen, suluk, whatever it may be. And we've explained this many years ago in our explanation of al-aqidah al-wasatiyah. And from the barakah of that book of Shaykh Islam ibn Taymiyyah is that final chapter in which he talks about the tariqah of Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah concerning all of the deen. Everything. And not like some of us who just narrowly pick this and that and mix things up. Right? Wallahu ta'ala alam. From online.
Lutfi HQ Queens NY. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi. Beloved generous Sheikh, which book can I find this quote from? A man shall never discover new land until he loses his fear of not seeking land. Shukran.
Jazakallah khairan, beloved Lutfi, may Allah bless you. It's been a while. We missed you at the masjid. And I'm sure you know that you're way past overdue with your tributary what? Sadaqah. You know what I'm talking about. It's Ramadan, ya akhi. Well, we need that even more during this month. Where can I find a statement, a man shall not discover new lands until he loses his fear of not seeing land? I don't know. Even though I made that quote, but I never got that quote from a book. And the Wisdom of the Ancients series on Instagram, and sometimes we mention them in the class and even some khutbahs, we never ever said every quote that we share is from a what? A book. There are several other sources of wise quotes, idioms, proverbs, wise sayings. I can't reveal everything to you. There could be some wise quotes I may have got from a family member, a bum on the street, a drunk coming out of a bar, inside of a juice wrapper, a bottle, etc. And the list goes on, right? The what? And the list goes on. Knowledge is never just taken from what? One place, right? You go on Wikipedia, they talk about this, that, and they also quote the comics. And this one and that. It's not just from the films. Wallahu alam. But that's a very profound statement, which basically means you can't grow in life until you lose your fear of that which is familiar. Until you get rid of the fear of being in an unfamiliar situation, you can't achieve anything else. And obviously, the high seas, what made the empire of Great Britain so powerful, conquering a fourth of the earth, the empire of which the sun never sets. Most people sitting as we speak to this very day, most of you, if not all of you, come from descendants that were conquered by the British. That's a fact. How did it get so powerful? Coming from pagan savages that resisted the Roman Empire. And they made a wall to protect them from these pagan savages. How did they go from that to controlling all of these different nations and people? One of the ways, no doubt, was the sea and the control over the sea and their seafaring. Those boats and those men who went out on those boats and discovered new lands. But you can't discover a new land. You can't conquer a new land if you're seasick. We're not on the bank or the shore anymore. We're in the middle of the ocean. And subhanAllah, the scholars of Islam, they explain that fighting jihad in Allah's cause by sea, the marine warfare, is more dangerous and more virtuous. If you're on the ground, you can run, you can flee. You lose at sea, you face what? You risk what? Drowning. You escape the enemy's arrows or bullets, but you also have to worry about the what? The water. But that's not the case on land. So the danger of water and being at sea is always greater. So you can't achieve greatness until you lose that fear. And you're in the middle of the ocean, there's no land, your stomach is bouncing, churning, and there's nothing but water. Right? How do you calculate the time, so on and so forth? So you can't achieve greatness in life until you break your fear and let go. That's what that quote means. And that's profound in the life of the Muslim. Man shall not discover new lands until he loses his fear of not seeing land. Wallahu a'lam. Wa subhanakallah wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha